Well, the next game here at the qualifier, the third qualifier for the Masters Clash. Now, as already explained earlier, we switched the format slightly apparently this time. Instead of best of twos, we have best of one series in the group stage. Now, the group stage on day number 1 is used to qualify the best teams onto the second day, where we have a bracket system, and then the teams fight for another spot at the Masters Clash, an event with 12,000 euros of prize money in an offline final in Paris. And today, for the first time, we have Granit Gaming playing with Smexy, Breeze, Macke, Azerite, and Wooby. Poik is also in the lineup, but apparently he can't play today. But definitely an interesting one. It's a little bit sad, honestly, that we only get best of one series for the day, but I'm looking forward to them potentially playing on the second day. So now we have Team Rage with the ban on Urel. Limo is target banned immediately. Battlefield of Eternity is the only map between the two teams here. And we have Tracer and Sylvanas banned. Now, previously we had these round-robin systems in the group stage with best of twos. If you were winning 2 of the maps, you got 3 points. You tied, each team got 1 point. Now here in the third qualifier, we only have a round-robin best of one system in each group. So the more of these you win, the better, obviously. And then the best teams out of each group advance to the second day of the qualifier, which is tomorrow, and will then play in a bracket system to see who's able to qualify directly and who is just locking in a couple of points. Now, Macke has locked in Liming for himself, who will be the one drafting for the team, as we are on the solo map. And it's actually kind of interesting because we got the Bang Bush with Lauber and his boys and the rest of the Swedes, and now here we have Granit Gaming. It's always annoying how many good players the Swedes have. It's kind of crazy. A country with 9 million people living in it, and it's pretty much the Korea of Europe. Every single esports game that I can think of, and these guys always have a top team. Heroes of the Storm, they got 2. And then you have other countries like Germany, where you have 90 million nearly. Not quite. But you're just like scrapping together one team, maybe 1.5. It's nasty. Obviously, there's always the rumors that there's shit all to do in Sweden, and it's boring as hell. That's why everybody is playing computer games and so good at it. But I'm not quite sure if I can let that excuse slide for the rest of Europe. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit... It's making me a little bit jealous. Swedes always have very, very good teams and very good players. Either way, we got Breeze on Diablo. Whew, that's already sexy.
Hail to the king, baby.
Nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. Breeze on Diablo. Tip to the hat. We got a Nubarak and we got Genji, so they're going for an aggressive and that's an Anduin ban, right? That has to be an Anduin ban? I mean, that just screams light bomb. And they're thinking about it. I mean, you don't have to ban Anduin, there's so much you can ban, but he's definitely one of the options. For sure. Especially since they've been playing him a lot. They go for the Hanzo ban though. They don't want to go for both of the Shimada brothers. Okay. And, well... Oh, what do we have for the blue team now? Is it going to be the Crybaby? Is it going to be Blondie? Is it going to be the reason why Varian is always crying in pain and is embarrassed? Nope, we get Lucio. We get Lucio! And we get Hogger. No Crybaby. No light bomb engage. He's not gonna go for the word. Maybe he ran out of words. He had so many words. Yeah, no Andon. If you don't get that joke, I can't really help you. You should watch more. Anyways, we got the final 2 picks here, so we still need our side laner for Wooby, and his Urel has been banned, so it was Blaze. Damn. Goes for a Thrall. So this time we don't... Oh, and a double support. Seems like Smexy wants to go full damage on this one. Double support, Thrall and Li Ming. That comes a bit out of left field. So it's no Thrall in a 4-man that Hazu plays where he can go into Crash Lightning. Wooby is playing side lane with him, so it's a little bit different. But now we got a no game, no life as the final pick for the map. And they still need some damage. They definitely don't have enough now. Genji alone can't deal with this. We got Jimmy! Jimmy is back! Jimmy is back! Haven't seen him in a while. And now he gets played on Battlefield of Eternity again. This is a wild game already. Love it. Team Rage Quit against Granit Gaming. Let's go. Team Rage Quit against Granit Gaming. And off we go. Left side of the map. Team Rage Quit with Shizakid on Anubarak, Limu on Genji, no game, no life on Reina. Jimmy is back. We get Shy on Hogger, Alex on Lucio, and on the right side of the map, Karazim, played by Smexy, the damage master himself. With Breeze on Diablo, Maka on Stukov, Azerite on Liming, and Wooby playing a Thrall in this game. Single map, as usual, and here comes the party train. So, we still have two heroes that haven't picked yet, and Thrall goes Crash Lightning. Wait a second. He's actually stacking, and they're not going for a 4-1 split. Now, I said earlier in the draft that he can't go for that talent because he's side laning, but he isn't. Apparently, they're not planning on leaving him alone on the lane, so they're going for a slightly different playstyle here. Level 1 now with the Exterminator, obviously, for the Immortal, but yeah, Wooby is still trying to stack, and Maka at the top got already caught as they're going for Stukov and take him down. Bottom of the map in the meantime, it seems like the red team has an opportunity to do some structural damage. They're coming in quickly to take one of the towers down, and they're going for the full thing and are able to walk away. Yeah, a little bit of a dive. Nicely done. Breeze might be in trouble. I think they stayed too long here. Can they dive a little bit deeper to take Diablo down? Genji died. Okay. That was kind of nasty. So Genji is already down, and with that we're now looking at 2 kills to 1 in favor of Granit Gaming after they initially lost Stukov topside. They took a tower down too. That's not too bad. But yeah, Wooby with the 4 lane. So we have a solo lane Li Ming right now. That's definitely a bit of a wild lineup that they're going for. Or at least a wild split. I didn't expect that. With Thrall being picked here, it really looked like he would be the solo laner. And I expected Trolling Thunder. Smexy with the all-out aggression again. He gets the kill, but Maka dies for the second time as Stukov gets a focus. The Admiral over here getting demoted once again, but it seems that they are really out for blood. Wooby goes down. Jesus, these guys, calm down for a second. 7 kills at the 2-minute mark. What's happening here? Absolute insane. So yeah, that was wild. What an early game. Breeze is getting a bit bodied. Penetrating round is hitting him too. And they are starting to take the towers down. Slowly, but they do. Level 4 talents for both sides. And I gotta say, this is a fun one. Now Jimmy is going for the fight or flight here on level 4. Wooby by now has 5 stacks. That's obviously going to be quite important. The question is always how quickly can you actually get your quest completed. And this isn't too bad. I've seen faster, but this isn't too shabby. This is a solid start. This is a solid start into the first objective. Nothing to write home about. You're not going to get much more than a participation trophy at this point. But it's a foundation to build on. So already at the bottom of the map, Genji nearly taken down again. And they really wanted to go for him here, didn't they? We have 2 stacks for Wooby on his level 4 as well. So the Frostwolf pack has been locked in by him. And they are waiting for the Immortal. And here it is. It's time to party a little bit and take that one down. Another good wall stun from Breeze. And Maka is just half a second too late as he tries to go for the Lurking Arm. Now both of the teams are going for the race here. And it's fairly even at this point. Another stun. Double stun even. Is he diving in? No. Wooby connects another wolf. And the Lurking Arm is a bit too late to cause him any real trouble. I don't think that it would be an issue. Yeah, here we go. They're starting to go for it again. And, well, here comes the damage. A lot of damage being done here. And at this point, the Exterminator is helping a lot to take this thing down. So that is a victory for the blue team as the game starts. They're having 1 kill less than the opponent. But that still allows them to go for the first Immortal. Nice kill against Lucio. He's dead. Can they get the counter against Breeze? He's in trouble, but he gets out. So does Genji, though. And it seems like Azerite has to be real careful because No Game, No Life was targeting him heavily. But it is the end of Anubarak as they're going in for another quick hit. And that should make for an easy defense up at the top. Level 7 is on the board. With that, we now have Calamity. Wooby not really successful stacking during this objective, by the way. He is at 6 stacks only. Not a whole lot. Only gained 1. And now that they're attacking the bottom of the map, they're obviously trying to open up another fort here. Oh boy. Yeah, Shai has to be a bit careful with his Hogger, but they might be able to take that fort down a notch. They're not going to be able to completely take it apart. But here comes the next move as they're going for the camp. And this one, at least, they should be able to get easily. So, yeah, there it is. They get the first one. The fight is still happening. Hogger with a little bit more pogging. They're coming in with Genji. And Whoopi is in trouble. He wants the kill. He doesn't get it. He dies, but he got some additional stacks. And here comes another play, but the stun does not connect, and Nubarak wasn't able to set the kill up for the team. Still, 4 kills to 6, both teams on level 8 now, and more pressure at the bot lane as they're aiming to take that fort down. And this time they have a much better chance since Diablo is on his way back and we have Thrall still dead. So maybe they can poke this a bit and take it eventually. Limu is doing exactly that as we speak, but no game, no life. Has to be very careful with positioning on Reyna to make sure that he doesn't paint the bullseye on himself here. Yeah, Breeze is coming through once more. Diablo, pretty hit point heavy at this point with a completed baseline quest. Keep near fort nearly down, but not 100%. And Limu gets away. Smexy coming in and eats dust as they want to go for a kill. He made it out, but now Jimmy is on the run and is getting away. What? That's right. Li Ming! The kill! The double kill! As they went for Stukov, but that's Jimmy also eliminated. Everybody is low, dead or dying. Smexy is still not completely gone, but his mana pool is more or less eliminated. Breeze just bodies Genji here, but we also have Karazim dying. And as all of this happens, the side laners are already on the next Immortal. It's an absolute slugfest, guys. Blow for blow between the two teams as they're just coming in hit after hit. 7-sided strike now. We also have on top of that, oh ho ho ho, look at that, wave of force. No, does integrate against the Nubarak. So Cocoon gets potentially full value here. Lucio is dead again. I mean, Lucio is honestly doing a lot of dying in this game. He died 3 times already. It's actually surprising me that's only 3 times. It felt like more. I don't know. Breeze hasn't fallen yet either. But yeah, it's definitely a fiesta. Master, yep, up at the top. Smexy is moving in here at the Masters Clash. We have Granit Gaming participating for the first time. Limu with his ult. Shizakid gets away. Yeah, Whoopi, nicely done. Good thought here. I was like, well, if he bounces, then I get a kill. If it doesn't, then nothing lost either. So there we go. We have by now 11 stacks for him, and again the play, but this time it's Granit Gaming that pushes this a bit further. Woo! What a game already! Yeah, a lot of fun here. Big play at the bot lane too by the minions. The push that has happened earlier is successful for them. They try to go for Whoopi, by the way. Whoopi! Oh, he got the heal. That was clutch. He nearly fell, but the stun on the Immortal leads to a kill against Genji. 10 kills to 7, and now they're still chasing Thrall, but they just can't take him. Yeah, this game is absolutely all over the place, and Thrall is of course continuing the stacking process. He finds himself on 13 right now. Still a play for the Immortal though, and they might be able to get this one after all, even with Genji dead. Then again, Lucio's now also going the way of the Dodo Bird, so that's now 2 eliminated. Down goes the next Overwatch hero. Seems like the Overwatch boys are having a bit of trouble today. Not only Lucio, but also Genji is doing a lot of dying. Li Ming gets Cocoon. There's the APOC, creating a bit more space. Maka is dead again, but they get the Immortal. Now the question is, how many more can be killed? No game, no life. Tries to take Breeze down. Is getting real close to eliminating him. And does he get him? Yes! Dibbles is down. That is the end of Li Ming, and Smexy dies to 3 eliminated. Actually 4 in total. But Diablo is already back, losing his stacks. So they can easily take all of the part. The push is not going to be very successful for them. We have 15 stacks now for Whoopi. He's at 24,000 damage, and that puts him nearly top damage in his team. They pressured the bot lane a bit. Oh, Hogger, beautiful. Perfect timing from him. And yeah, it was looking at the penetrating round here, dodging out on Maka as he's trying to make the life a little bit harder. But as the dust settles, it's still a lead for Team Rage Quit. Granit Gaming Yep, they are doing their best here. And they're obviously, like, I mean, again, so much star power on this team. It's nasty. But it's also a lot of star power that's a little bit out of practice, maybe. That gives them still a lot of experience, but we have 22 kills now. And we're at the 10-minute mark. Oh boy, so many kills. Yeah. There is a camp now at the bottom of the map, and Hogger is going for it, so they are trying to take the wall at the keep down. Top side, they've eliminated the wall too, but they haven't been able to do too much damage on the fort yet. They are still ahead, and Li Ming is now moving bot side. Li Ming against all of this. Now, I'm not quite sure what Azerite thinks that he's going to do here, but it's going to take him a while to really deal with it, so Shy is going to do some damage. I mean, he's not going to get the key, don't get me wrong, but he's definitely going to be able to take the next tower down too, and that's then the entire wall gone. Limu's now moving in as well, so they're even hoping to get a kill here. If a shockwave, for example, would connect, that's all that they really need. But with the wall gone, they're just going to fall back here. Up at the top, yeah, no game, no life. Also still in play, no problems for him. That was kind of important. And both teams are looking for level 16, but here comes a play against the Nubarak, and he gets caught. This is honestly one of those situations where I'm always asking myself, like, why do you play this aggressively? What did you really think you could gain there? They couldn't get a kill. All they can do is keep them on the lane, but yeah. Now there's a move towards the left side in an attempt to steal the camp away. And, well, another kill against Lucio. Right now, this is something that just can't happen. You just lost another 2 heroes for no reason whatsoever. They had vision, they knew it was coming, and now the objective is up. So this is a perfect example that sometimes you just have to head back and just cut your losses and be like, alright, whatever, we'll deal with it later. Now the fort takes damage, and that's a good thing, but the halftime show is an easy victory now for Granit Gaming, and from the perspective of the blue team, this is not really a good start into the objective. It might very well be 100% shield on the Immortal. They're still going for the camp, and they're going to get that, but yes, the Immortal is going to have 100% shields. 12 minutes, it's not too powerful just yet, so it's still scaled, of course, nicely, but it's not going to end the game. It will definitely give them a fort, though. Like, a fort is 100%. But yeah, so either way, we now have 14 kills to 11. Keep in mind, lots of damage up here towards the top. Still got to deal with the Immortal now. And Jimmy is, of course, up at the front here. He's the one that really needs to chunk it down as quickly as they can. But, yeah, gotta be cautious. Now, they're trying to take the fort down regardless, and another reason why Shy is up at the top with Hogger is also that they want the experience for level 16. Breeze is already hoping to maybe angle up on Reyna and get a hit in here. And yeah, he's waiting for an opportunity. And this is not looking too good. There's the APOC, and nicely played. That, honestly, that high five was so crucial. If that one doesn't come in for them, then they are in trouble. So, Whoopi dies, gets murdered by the 4. That's a little bit embarrassing. Yeah, that wasn't really too great. And up at the top, the fort has been eliminated, but now they're chasing. And they got Cocoon, and keep in mind, Li Ming did not go for Disintegrate. Instead, we're now having a play again for Smexy. He's gonna fall. He can go for the 7-sided as much as he wants, but that's the end of him. And they might just be able to take the keep down now. They gotta get... Yeah, they got Hogger out of there. Alright, good for him. Maka is low, Maka is low, Maka is low, Maka is dead. Yes, that's the end of him. The end of Li Ming and the end of the keep. Not sure if they can end. They might try. They might be able to, but we now have Diablo and Thrall back up. So the big thing here is don't overdo it. Don't YOLO too hard. If you can get some kills, if you can get some damage, do it. But if you realize that it's not going to happen, then you have to at some point just pull the plug and be like, alright boys, let's get away here. Now, even a bit of damage is already going a long way, but can they finish this? Because now Smexy is back, and it's only going to be another 10 seconds until the rest of the team comes back. So they're calling it a day right now. Smexy is down, they get that kill. Koa is at 93%. Can they keep it up before the shield regenerates? There's 92%. Here's the opportunity, and they're moving away. 90%, they took 10 down, they got a few more kills. They're way ahead in experience. And as long as they can retreat here, they're going to be fine. But Whoopi gets gets murdered. Whoopi gets absolutely crushed, and now there's another opportunity, but Nubarak is dead too. He's not the only one though. Another kill on Make, and now it's the end of Diablo. He had his stacks together. Li Ming, they need to chase her too. They can't go for the core as long as she's alive, especially with Whoopi being around too, but they could go for the next objective. Kill Li Ming, that's another dead. You can also go for the objective, and of course they're getting closer and closer to level 20. Oh, no. Fucking Breeze! Fucking Breeze! Oh my god. Breeze is just... he's just insane. Look at this. He's like, oh, look at you. Wait, you want to Swift Strike away? Fuck that. Goodbye, my friend. Breeze is just gonna come in and he's just gonna solo your ass. 23 stacks on Whoopi, by the way, just saying. So yeah, Whoopi is on 23. And well, if he completes it, that would of course help a lot for extra damage. 7-sided strike, just get the hell out of there. Boys, just get the hell out of there. If the Brew team, I mean, they lose an Uberak now, I suppose. Well, yes, there he goes. Mexi comes in and dishes out the damage again, is able to move out of the fight too. They got Jimmy, and now they're closing that gap. Team Rage Quit, they are their biggest opponent sometimes. Sometimes they really are in their own way, and this is a perfect example. Why play it aggressive? Why not just wait? There's nothing you can really accomplish in that situation. Just wait it out and do your thing. So, well, with that, we have also... Karazim is at 23,000 right now, chips in a bit of damage. They got the double support, of course, so he can get away with not going for cleanse on 16. They still got Stukov here. We currently have 54,000 for Jimmy's top damage in the game. Top side gets attacked, there's a catapult, there's a camp. But here comes another play. 2 are still dead. And this is going to be a big immortal this time. And these guys need to stay alive. They need to stay alive, get maybe some experience, get level 20. But just don't die. And they apparently try to go for the camp. That's in full vision, I might add. So I'm not quite sure what exactly the thought process is here. So they're not risking it. And just let that slide. But while the red team defends the top keep, bottom keep of course long gone, there's level 20 now, just another moment. So let's see what they can actually do. Yeah, well, up at the top, there we go. There we have the quick play for the top side. That fort is gone. Seems like they're not really trying to make a play here just yet. So we got to keep eliminated on each side. Keep at the bot lane is down. Fort at the top lane is going to be destroyed. Both have a lane open where they could go for the core. So this game is going to become a lot closer at this point. And might actually end up being decided in a single fight at any point here. But yeah, there's an attempt to go for the camp. So they're going to try and make that play. Which they can, of course, but they have to be careful because Breeze is looking for the stun again. And there's the follow-up from Stukov. Earthquake is out. Where's the cocoon when you need it? They steal the camp. They get it. They get the camp. They got level 20 still. But Whoopi is getting closer and closer to complete his level 1. And then his damage poke is going to be quite significant. We got nearly 40 kills in this game, guys. Nearly 40 kills. Alright, so they force it with Cocoon. Cocoon is out. And they try and get the kill. The stun, and Whoopi, he's dead. Whoopi is dead. No counter kill yet. And they're looking for more damage. Genji zipping in, zipping out. Looking for another opportunity to maybe kill one of the squishies. Li Ming preferably, of course. Or go for Smexy. They're starting to poke the keep down. And here comes the next minion wave. They have the camp, they have the catapult. And they are going to get the keep. That's both of the keeps eliminated. And they're pushing this a little bit further even. The next objective hasn't been announced yet, both with level 20 now. Transgression is in. And on top of that, we now have Tal Rushers and the Blink for Thrall. It's a wild one. Absolute wild one right here. One more camp. And they're getting 2 more camps. It's actually really important because now we're having catapults strong enough that they can threaten the opponent's core. And this is now a situation in which the longer the fight over the Immortal lasts, the better your position is going to be. So here we go. Top side is being pushed, bot is being pressured. You got to be careful that Breeze doesn't body you again. Breeze on Diablo is already waiting in the shadows. They go for the halftime show, and the victory is in the hands of the blue team. They have an opportunity here to take Granit Gaming down. It's an opportunity, and they had it for a long time. Now that we got Whoopi at the top dealing with this, they have to make a play, but they're actually a bit late on this, so they're going right now for the Immortal. Here comes the defenders. Breeze with the engage. Breeze a little bit deep here. Has to bolt out. And with the Hellgate, and barely is able to make that happen. The lanes are still pushing. Everybody is low on the red team. And it could be a kill on Marke. He slaps it out. But they're all low. They're all lacking in HP. They got a double support, so just give it a little bit of time. And they are gonna be back to reset in the fight and go for it again. Azerite looking for that reset with Li Ming. Can't get it here. Shizakid and his boys, they're going for the Immortal again. And both of the lanes are still pushing. Down at the bottom of the map, that's the crucial one. Genji nearly dead, and he gets away. The kill on Li Ming. Big. Li Ming down. Whoopi gets the kill and completes the quest, but he should fall. The core is under attack though. Whoopi is down. 2 eliminated, and now the core is getting attacked by catapults. Granit Gaming is with their back to the wall. They lose Stukov, and they are in deep shit at this point. Smexy is on the move. He's down too. That just has to be it. Triple catapult at the bottom. Even more coming through the top now, and they are just making their move. This is gonna be game. Team Rage Quit takes down Granit Gaming on Battlefield of Eternity. 68,000 damage for Reyna, 62,000 for Thrall, and it is the blue team that locks in the W.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 3 of the day, everybody. We are still in our group stage, and I'm a little bit shook right now because, well, we are at the Masters Clash right now, but at the same time, we're heading soon into the next Meta Madness, and currently, as usual, we're having a few sub-goals on the live channel, and depending on the sub-goals, we have more or less heroes pre-banned for the event. And Saralath just came in and dropped a fucking 100 subs on the channel, which is insane. And I don't think I've seen that in years. So yeah, I'm still a little bit like shook here. So that bad boy literally just banned more than 3 heroes for the main event. So when you're heading into Meta Madness, when we're going for the next one, starts in April. You can read more on it on khaldor.tv if you want. But when we're heading there and we have like all those pre-bans, Saralath is one of the guys that you can really thank for that. So insanity. So yeah, I'm a little bit shaken still, but we are heading into our next match. Now, I explained a bit earlier, today we have only best of ones in the group stage. Granit Gaming just lost. Yes, indeed, they lost against Team Rage Quit on Battlefield of Eternity. Now that we're heading into Tomb, they're facing off against Team Copium. Alfredo and his boys. Our Italian player. He's actually not from Italy, but with that name, I mean... Yeah, so he's our non-Italian Italian player. But yeah, either way, so we guys, I'm still a little bit like, yeah, big shout out to Saralath.
Hail to the king, baby.
So yeah, absolutely crazy. But yeah, here we go. We got Carrigan banned, we got Johanna banned, Sylvanas and Lucio are all banned as well as we're heading into Tomb. And I have a bit of a hard time concentrating on the draft right now because I'm not quite sure what happened with him pulling that one, but all of a sudden we're getting subs on the channel, and yeah, normally I ignore my Twitch chat. It is a little bit difficult right now. I have the feeling we're coming out of this draft and we have the maximum amount of heroes banned for Meta Madness or something. Anyways, Blaze is getting picked as the first pick, so yeah, focus on the game, Khaldor, focus on the game. So Blaze is getting picked. We have Junkrat and Stukov. Now, Junkrat is obviously fantastic for the interrupts. Anything that you can do to ruin a turn-in is great. And Stukov, this time played by Smexy. I'm not quite sure what happened on the last map for them. They played a little bit of a weird double support. Smexy probably wanted to play his Karazim again. Now keep in mind that Granit Gaming, the boys that you can see there, they don't really play all that much Heroes of the Storm these days. And at the same time, when they play, they obviously want to have some fun. That might have to do with it, since we are in a qualifier, not in the main event. But if they really want to make it to the second day and have a good shot at qualifying for the Masters Clash, they gotta step it up a little bit and really focus. So I expect this to be a little bit more Like, I expect the composition to be a little bit more normal and them to be a bit more coordinated and focused right now. We got Marlo and Diablo, so picking that away from Breeze as well, I'd suppose. And Nano on Chromie. Well, with that said and done, we got the last bans coming in. So Brightwing is already banned out. And, well, final ban. What do you get rid of? Wooby side laner would be a target that I would definitely go for here. They go for Tigers instead. Okay. That's actually interesting. Tigers is not a bad pick, but I would have been more afraid of Wooby's choice. He can now go into Urel, for example, if you wanted to. Now, we have still plenty of side laners open, so it's pretty difficult to just like get rid of everything that he's good at. But if you just take one hero away that he excels with, then that would be pretty sexy. So yeah, either way, what are we getting for them? We have Muradin for Breeze. Azerite is playing Falstad, so we got a bit of global action going on too. Could have also seen at some point someone throw out Stitches, for example. We've seen him now multiple times on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Wooby, with all of this, he can still go Urel, he could go Leo. I mean, there's too many options for him. But what is Team Copium now getting for the final two choices here? They need a healer, and well, it is Anduin and Genji, the light bomb combo. They're gonna go for the chicken. Junkrat and Falstad are both fantastic targets for a light bomb combo. And there is Stitches. I just talked about him a second ago, and they're side laning with him. All right, this is gonna be wild. I told you I could have seen a Stitches here. I didn't expect him to be in the side lane position. Tomb of the Spider Queen, let's go. It's Granit Gaming against Team Copium. Smaxy on Stukov, and we got a wild game here with a double tank for Granit Gaming. Wooby, he's side laning and he's gonna play his Stitches, so it's gonna be very interesting how much he can do on the side lane. I mean, he doesn't have to win the lane if he can just hold his own and then later in those team fights provide a couple of hooks and another big body in the battle. That's already enough. Marco on Junkrat, Azerite on Falstad, and we got Breeze on Muradin. On the right side of the map, the light bomb combo. Alfredo playing Genji. We got Nano on Chromie, Marlo on Diablo. Pudge Nox is playing Blaze, and Guilty Spark is playing Anduin. The Italian Genji. Yeah, he has that little beard and everything. Alfredo, mamma mia. Now, actually, he's Brazilian. And doesn't play cross-server, though, yeah, to my knowledge, he lives in the UK. But it's still kind of funny to me. So every single time, he's honestly one of my favorite players on this team, and every single time I see him, it's super fun. It's just like the name itself. I don't know why, but for some reason, it's insanely funny. I think there's an Alfredo pizza that's actually getting sold in one of the local supermarkets here, so that makes things even better. So every time I see him, it's like, Mamma mia, pizza, Mario, get the pizza. So yeah, our Italian Genji. No, but jokes aside, yeah, we have the double tank at the front, and after we now had them in the last game with an interesting double support, this is also kind of cool. So let's see what they can do here. Again, they got to make sure that they're winning a couple of these games. Now, obviously, one of the advantages of playing in the third or the fourth qualifier is always that it's easier to qualify. The system that is used by the Masters Clash, where one team in each qualifier qualifies directly for the event, the team that wins the qualifier, is generally pretty good, but it also has one little side effect, and that is that as you're going through those qualifiers, each qualifier gets easier. Qualifier number 1, the Hardos qualified, so they didn't have to play in the second qualifier anymore. Qualifier number 2, Team qualified, so they don't have to play here anymore. They're already qualified for the main event. So these two teams are now missing as we're going into qualifier number 3 and number 4, and therefore it makes it a bit easier, but at the same time you still need to try and lock in that victory. I would say two of the top teams that could still win one of the qualifiers are probably Granit Gaming, simply because they have so many top players on their lineup, but that also necessitates that they're really focusing and are giving their best here. And then we got in the other group Team Bangbush, which is also very strong and centers around Lauber. We had them very heavily featured in the last qualifier. So it is a pretty wild event. I gotta say that this is becoming very interesting, and everybody wants to go to Paris and play at the offline event. That's obviously kind of nice. It doesn't hurt that the tournament itself has a €12,000 prize pool, so that's pretty sweet as well. But with that said and done, we now got down at the bottom of the map. Wooby still doing his thing. And again, he doesn't have to win the lane. It's a little bit similar when you play Johanna on the side lane. Now, Jojo is getting played on the side lane occasionally because she has the wave clear. She has also some self-sustain that she can use. And thanks to the iron skin, she can get away when getting ganked. Stitches doesn't quite have all of those attributes, but he definitely has some AoE that helps him to deal. Nice kill. Well done. He definitely has some AoE that he can use thanks to his slam. He has also his devour, so that helps him to stay on lane. He's not going to win the lane against the Blaze, but as long as he can just simply hold his own and maybe get some support, as in this case from Azerite, that's already a big step. And later in the fights, you then have 2 tanks at the front that can really, really help. And that's what they have to play around with. Genji dying, obviously a bit of a setback for Team Copium, but for them a big part of the combo is the late game when they have, after level 10, Anduin with a light bomb, Genji with a swift strike engage, and Chromie with a follow-up if the stun connects. She's already going with her level 1 straight into the deep breathing, going full Dragon's Breath here. 15 stacks are in already. By now we got also Putrefaction on level 7. Nice jet propulsion. He's a bit low, needs to make sure that he doesn't get hooked. Alfredo! Swift strike. I was expecting the hook. Oh, but that was a nice stun. Storm Bolt by Breeze, and then Stukov with a big hit. So 2 kills to 0 and a chance to go for the first full turn-in, and they're using it down here pretty much instantly. So we have them with 44 delivered. If they can turn in what Wooby is holding, then they have the first Web Weaver wave. And they've pulled ahead by nearly a level. So they're nearly a level ahead right now. Marlo, careful. Yeah, he's gonna get out of this one. And Stitches, obviously, once he has his level 16 and can also go into his slam upgrades, is gonna be a real monster in team fights too. It's not only the hook that is becoming a problem, more so after level 13 when he gets the extended range. Up at the top, Maka gets attacked. Alfredo, alright, and he's still fine. But the red team, they need to get some kills here. And they're trying. They're already locking Breeze down. A good stun into the wall. But Mirrodin still gets away. Or does he? He does not. Alfredo comes in. He definitely had his espresso today. And they're getting the ult also on Chromie. Macke. No fucking way. 2 hit points! Literally 2 hit points! Another typical case of everybody on the team thinking he's dead already, nobody coming in for the last hit. Finally Genji deciding that he needs to be the one to drop the shot, and then they're missing out on it barely. So, yep, with that we have 2 hit points on Make. He survives, they couldn't get the kill, and that is just really annoying. Those are the opportunities that you have to lock in to make sure that you are not falling farther and farther behind in this game. There's no fort that was eliminated though, so that's big. Safe attempt on Chromie, but the fake dragon gets taken down. Chromie, yeah, she got slapped around a little bit, but she likes it. Yeah, she's a little bit kinky, just a little bit. Chromie has always been a bit... Diablo down, losing his gems. No, Blaze, not you too. He got level 10, and well, there it is. Oh, and Anduin is dead as well. Oh boy, they're bodying. There's the Gorge. Gorge and Gust as a combo for isolation. Genji is dead, and Jesus, they're just getting slapped around here. Big slaps everywhere. They're getting whipped too. Chromie is getting excited. 7 kills to 1. We got Pudgenox also in trouble, and he holds 22 gems, and that's the end of him. They are absolutely murdering now. Once they hit their level 10 and got heroic abilities, they exploited the fact so hard that the opponent was trailing behind the experience. It's crazy. And they are looking at the next turn now. So they have 52 gems out of the 55 that they need, and they're dominating the entire map here. It's kind of nasty. But yeah, so they're coming in for the bottom fort now too. Nobody's actually defending this. Falsat could even try and take it down here. But yeah, it's crazy. It's spiraling completely out of control. But at least there's level 10 for Team Copium. So there's an opportunity maybe to get some kills themselves, especially if they go for the Anduin combo now. 11 gems in the hands of Team Copium. They haven't turned in a single one yet. Not one gem. Azerite is looking to see if he can maybe get rid of the 14. They have 24 and Smexy and him. So if the two of them can deliver, that's going to be another Web Weaver wave. And they're going to try and pull it off right now, I would assume. So, yeah, here we go. Another play down at the bottom. And Breeze is dead. Breeze went into a Haymaker. They go for the Riptire, but that one didn't do too much yet either. Alright. So, still a little bit of action playing out. Yes, they're looking for another kill. This time this is actually Marlow, and he dodges out on the Genji follow-up here. That was also important. Sorry, the Junkrat follow-up. That was also kind of important. That could have become a bit problematic if they didn't pay attention there. But again, at this point, up to the top, we have Maka also trying to push the lane out further to pressure the fort. It's 8 kills to 2, but it feels a bit like Team Copium is slowly stabilizing at least a bit. Now, the danger is, of course, that now with level 13, the range on Whoopi for the hook is extended, and that might become a problem. If he is able to land a few and then goes for Gorge, the Gust, and isolate the target further, they have a chance of getting a couple of really big hits in. That was a nice one, but Breeze, yeah, he got sucked in again by Chromius Temporal Loop, but at least he could jump out this way. Whoopi is throwing out some helping hands here, not only trying to go for another kill. Blue Web Beavers are descending now as well. That's an enormous amount of pressure. Team Copium is in trouble. Yeah, they need a lot of copium to deal with that situation. There's already the root. Not like this, boys. Not like this. They get the kill on Genji, but I'm not quite sure what exactly Smexy and Whoopi were trying to coordinate there. But that lurking arm didn't really help. That's a good old coordination on at least Falstad, and therefore a second kill. Third kill for the boys in red, but they still lose Anduin a second later. And the birdie down is not going to stop this play. We have 2 forts already taken apart. The one at the top is very likely going to fall to the Web Weavers now, since the blue team is focusing down here at the bottom. Jet Propulsion gets him out. Breeze! Well done! It's again... Oh! Nice Stormbolt. Lurking arm follow-up. Alfredo gets out. But kudos to Whoopi. That helping hand was absolute key in keeping Breeze alive. That one was huge. So now we got bot lane being pressured. The top fort, as expected, has fallen. So has Blaze, by the way. So Blaze is dead too. And now they're going for the first keep of the game. Level 13 talents. At least it's even talent battle that we are witnessing from here on out. For the time being, that is. We got 32,000 damage on Junkrat. Chromie is on 39. She's top damage in the game, but she hasn't really done that much yet. Well, Alfredo, light bomb, could still be used, but they didn't even go for it. They go for Azerite again. Alfredo doesn't have the Swift Strike, or that could have been the end of him. Oh, maybe now. There's the opportunity. And they just can't get him, can they now? Temporal Loop, and Breeze is getting out again. I was waiting for Genji to make an engage against the birdie or against Breeze at any moment. Seems like he didn't have the cooldown ready. Topside keep has taken a significant amount of damage and might soon be taken apart. With level 16 being this close for Granit Gaming, it feels really, really difficult for Team Copium to get big into this. Diablo with an engage over the Apocalypse. They're trying to force the fight before the extra talent kicks in for the blue team, which they are not able to do. There it is. So that gives us a big power spike, and thanks to the Pulverize, of course, more utility for Whoopi in these fights as well. And there we go already. Pulverize in action. They instantly go for Blaze, and he is dead. Gets just bodied around. Stitches eats Diablo. That's a big stomach that our boy has. They're just fucking with him at that point. They're just ping-ponging him around. That's actually mean. Honestly, at this point, this is just mean. And because it was kind of funny too, we're going to take another look at it. Look at this. Like the boop, the shove, and then the haymaker over the wall. I mean, yeah. So they're still going for kills here. Junkrat got taken apart. 13 kills to 4. And Alfredo barely makes it out. I mean, he had a lot of parsta. He needed to load up on the carps a little bit just so that he can execute plays like this. And so now is the opportunity for him to really shine. They're trying to go for Smexy, and they should be able to get that kill. I mean, that has to be a win for them there. Yeah, so they get the kill, they deliver a few gems from them. Diablo died too, though, so that's kind of annoying. It seems like they haymakered him over again. Ah, they gorged him, okay. No, they must have haymakered again. No gorge. But a bit of a Hail Mary move now, too, as they're trying to get the boss. And honestly, this is one of the few plays that they can make. I really like this one. They got level 16. They have 4 against 3 on the map, and yes, it is a risk, don't get me wrong. If Fawcett flies in and they gust, they might lose the boss. But what else are you going to do? This is one of the few plays that you can make that gets you maybe back into the game, so you got to take this risk, and if it doesn't play out for you, then yeah, whatever. So they try to go for the kill on Breeze, and they're getting it, but at the same time, it seems like they're going to lose Blaze. Unless, of course, Anduin can save him. So yes, that's another save. And that was a good kill on Breeze too. So now one is gone. Wooby is throwing these hooks out again. But the game is not over yet. I still gotta highlight that not a single gem has been delivered by Team Copium. At this point, they're just looking at it and they're like, fuck the gems. We gotta win it somehow. Like, gems are not gonna do it for us, boys. They're trying. I mean, normally we're talking a lot about how the gems are the ticket back into the game, but they died so many times that they just lost every single one. Finally got 33 delivered. But if they're ever going to get anything there, that's of course a very different question. So we got 52,000 damage for Chromie. She's top damage in the game. 42,000 for Junkrat. And well, at this point, it's just another minion, another camp that they're trying to get. And not that far behind. It's the level that they're behind. To be honest, it's manageable. The problem is more so that they are just not taking out any structures. Even with the boss, it was only the wall that they got. In the middle, the gate has been destroyed, but that's it. And down at the bottom of the map, not even that has happened. So the blue team has been controlling the flow of the game more or less from the beginning. And they've maybe funned around a little bit too much in the middle and gave them a chance to lock a few kills in, which got them back on track. But this is still very much so the show of Granit Gaming. Now, to give you a bit of an idea with the experience here, we got hero. Look at hero experience right now. It's very similar, despite the fact that the blue team is doubling the kills of Team Copium. And the reason why it's so similar is that a lot of these kills for Granit Gaming have happened in the early game, when the levels were really low, so they didn't get as much XP for each kill. Now, that plays a big role here. And the minion experience, that's really where Team Copium has been shining so far. One of the reasons was also since they're always on the defense and just being pressured back, so it's easier for them to not miss out on anything here. But the passive experience is a very different story. With all of the structures taken down, the passive experience trickle is much, much bigger for Granit Gaming. Now, there is a chance for a Web Weaver Wave for Team Copium. Slowly but steadily, Granit Gaming is getting more gems also, so they have an opportunity, or they will soon have one, to get another Web Weaver Wave, but it is right now the red team that theoretically could try and deliver. The problem for them is that level 20 is very close now, and that talent advantage would make it nearly impossible for them to fight. So Alfredo is trying to deliver 8, that doesn't happen either, and he gets gorged, but he should be able to get away. He should be able to just... Okay, forget everything that I said. Like, he literally got booped and insta-killed mid-air. That's how nasty that got. There's level 20 and goodbye Blaze. Pure Genji. He definitely had the cooldown on the Swift Strike, but he couldn't even do anything. Couldn't press a single button. He was just instantly dead. Whoopi, talking about dead, is getting Chromied. So that's a kill. Fucking Chromie with a level 20. They're still trying to go for a kill on Diablo, and Marlo is just saying, well, not today, boys. Gets the quest complete. That's actually kind of nice. He gets the quest completed and therefore respawns instantly. So he's back. Guilty, Spark, and Nano are still running. A little bit more damage, but yeah, Anduin is not making it. So Anduin is dead. Here comes the next play. Chromie also down. Oh boy. What a fiesta at this point. 19 kills to 8. And they're losing Diablo now too. The first keep, by the way, has fallen as all of this was happening up at the top. They have, of course, an open lane down to the bottom of the map and can now go for the next keep. But yeah, it's definitely wild. It is definitely wild what's currently happening here. So yeah, another quick slide. half a level until level 20 is available for Team Copium, but they're losing more and more ground on the map, and now there's another opportunity to get a web weaver wave for the blue team too. Not a single objective yet for Team Copium, but here comes another one for Granit Gaming, and it will... I mean, it should be game. They're gonna get the keep 100%, and it should be game. Whoopi goes for the hungry stitches here. So that's what he's trying to lock in right now. And, well, at this point, where can they go with it? What's going to be the next play here for them? What can they do? Can they maybe get a kill? Or two? Or three? Stitches! He eats 4 insta-kills, Anduin. The keeps are all gone, and, well, this is gonna be the end of it, of course. This is gonna be the end of the game, so victory for Granit Gaming. Job well done by them, but yeah, that was obviously dominant. They really made a statement here. Losing the last map on Battlefield of Eternity was a bit of a setback here for the group, but they corrected instantly as they take down Team Copium here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. A victory for the boys in blue. GG and well played. Okay, next game. We are again on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We got Granit Gaming against Rospierdol. Alright, so currently the blue team is doing pretty well. Granit Gaming was able to win, but obviously they lost a little bit early on Battlefield of Eternity. Now we are going into another match. Again, best of 1, so the tournament format gets slightly changed. We still have on day 1 a round-robin group stage match. But this time it's not a best of 2, it's best of 1 between the teams that play against each other. And the best teams of the first day of each group then advance on the second day into a bracket system. The winner of the qualifier qualifies directly for the Masters Clash playoffs. Finals are being held in Paris, and there's a 12,000 euro prize pool. So, as we're heading into our best of 1 here with Tomb of the Spider Queen, it's a map that was just played a couple of seconds ago by Granit Gaming with great success. And it could be a wild one here. Cesarbos, the current #1 GM in Europe. And we had... I mean, we had Whoopi with the Stitches side lane. And they had quite some fun with hooks, with haymakers from Breeze, with the main tank Muradin. A couple of mines from Junkrats. A lot of displacement everywhere. And it was pretty funny. But apparently they didn't enjoy the Chromie too much, so now we are having 2 of the mages banned out. We got a ban on Mephisto and we got a ban on Chromie. Side lane has also been eliminated, but Ziomek, the first thing that they're locking in is Johanna, so the wave clear that they have with all of this. That's the first thing that we're getting. Jojo's great. First of all, you can play her as a side laner too. Has happened multiple times now. But also as a main tank, she just excels in that sense. Now this is a good map also for Diablo. I mean, again, when it comes to tanks, you can play your Stitches, you can play your Diablo. Muradin is great here as well. Obviously, when we're talking about Breeze, Diablo is a big favorite. I mean, when he played earlier on Battlefield of Eternity, he again did the same thing that he pulled against players like Fan on mid-season brawls and other shit. He went in with his Diablo and just one-shot some of the heroes on the other side. Especially, of course, that Genji kill was quite impressive, if you've seen it. Whoopi with Urel, so he has the Spade Goat on the side lane, and Mark is playing Junkrat again. Leoric, I shall suffer. So they're going pretty hard on the Diablo characters for now, with Deckard Cain and with Leo. This could actually, at the end of the day, be a full Leo build. Full Diablo build. But talking about Diablo, I would still expect that at least Breeze is thinking about playing Diablo again. Could have of course also go for his Muradin once more that we saw the last time, but yeah. Sylvana's banned, so not a lot of momentum being had on that. Still need a little bit more poke maybe. Supports. The thing is, when Smexy plays for the team, he normally wants to have a little bit of fun, and he played quite a lot of Kerosene because he enjoys just darting around with a hero and having fun with it. It's not the best meta pick necessarily, but he makes it definitely quite enjoyable. And it seems that Rospierdol has been watching a few of the games in the in the previous rounds, and therefore they're banning Stitches out. But here comes Breeze, and ooh, Azerite with Tracer. Okay, very, very different approach right now. At this point, we got a Breeze on Tyrael and Azerite on Tracer, so a completely different setup from what I initially expected when I thought they would play Diablo. But if you're going Tracer, then this makes, of course, a lot more sense. Could also go instantly into a Malfurion here if they really wanted to. Can combo a lot with Tracer here. But for Azerite, it also means that he's gonna... Well, actually, it might not even be the one playing it. They could still swap it around and give it over to Maka. Both can play. It's a little bit of a preference situation now. And Marco obviously loves to play his Tracer, played it also at the LAN event in Miami, and was talking a little bit about how he felt a bit rusty, how he feels like he needs to just get in a bit more practice on her. So that could very well happen. Smexy as the last pick, after we just got Lunara and Cassia for the Polish team. And here comes Stukov. Every single time I see that in a combo with Tyrael, a little voice in my head hopes for judgment. We see it occasionally, but I don't really expect it here, not with Tracer. But either way, Tomb of the Spider Queen, everybody. So let's head straight into the map between Granit Gaming and Rospidol. Granit Gaming on the left, the second time in a row that they're playing on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We got Smexy on Stukov, Wubi on Urel, Azerite with Junkrat. So as expected, Maka finds himself on Tracer. They swap the hero around. Breeze on Tyrael, as on the right side of the map. Rospidol with Ether on Leoric. We got Scope on Deckard Kane, Bronek on Lunara. Cesarbos is playing Cassia, and Ziomek is rocking Johanna. Time to shine, everybody. Let's see what they can pull off here right now. For the time being, what are we getting? We got on level 1 the stacking with a Thunderstroke. Yeah, there we go. That actually is interesting. So Cesarbos with Cassia can now try and get some stacks together for the late game and then really body them. That's more so a thing that you see a lot happening on maps like Voskaya Foundry when they're being played. Lately, whenever Cassia has been played, we are mostly seeing them going into other builds. But this is actually kind of cool. Personally, I like a lot of these stacking quests because they're adding a bit more spice to the games and obviously another focus point. Maka is already doing what he does best with Tracer, just zipping from lane to lane, trying to catch people off guard and take them down. At least here, it didn't quite work out yet. But yeah, all the way, top side. There we go. Ziomek is in. Azerite. He's trying to do his thing down to the bottom of the map. A little bit more bomb pressure. I can see that Leo's already sitting there. It's like, leave me the hell alone. I don't want this shit. Annoy someone else. Tracer buzzing around everybody. The Nexus mosquito in everybody's face. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Just always a little bit of damage, and then at some point coming in with the bomb but trying to get a kill. Like here, for example, with even the body block contributing to the play. And that is the end of Jojo, and also first blood in this game. So down to the bottom. Still got Ether, and they're actually invading. They want the camp. They want to steal it away. They're getting the connect on Cesarbos. Have to jump back out. I'm not sure. They might overextend here. Junkrat is now coming in. I'm not quite sure if they can actually pull this off. They steal the camp. They're able to get it. Can they get out? That's the question. Right now they're doing well. Bronek is a bit low and gets even pushed out by the camp, and therefore a successful move by Granit Gaming. Not only were they able to take the camp, but they also didn't lose anybody in the process. So good for them. Maka, traditional as usual, parting gift into the pulse generator. We got topside Azerite now doing his thing. But yep, that was actually not too bad. 11 stacks only for Cassia. Again, can build on that. Nothing too insane. We got the Space Goat, the Hand of Freedom. American Goat connected, detected. Bottom of the map. I mean, again, they're exploiting the rotations. So they're taking a couple of the structures down. They're going for the camp again. At this point, it seems that Granit Gaming has absolutely solidified a position in this one. And Rospidol is, of course, looking for opportunities to fight back a bit and establish some dominance, but it's a little bit tricky. Leo is barely able to get out. And, well, scratch that. Now, they're not losing the gems because Cesar Boss can still collect them, and he does. Wubi doesn't die, though, so there's a few more stacks that he gets thanks to that. But a kill against Leoric was, I guess, inevitable, with Stukov also chipping in. So nice move by Smexy. There's no real turn in yet, but there's an opportunity for Granit Gaming. They are way ahead in gems. I mean, way ahead. They have 20 gems more than Rospiedol. The Polish team is slightly in trouble there. As long as he gets some kills, it's going to be fine. But they're struggling, and it seems like we have Johanna falling another time. No, Deckard Kane keeps her alive. Yeah, Deckard is okay, Deckard was actually able to keep her alive here, because earlier those body blocks that we saw against Jojo were quite successful. Now, an early level 7 is giving the blue team even more power. And in this case, we got the Purge Evil on level 7. Slight deviation. Whereas in the mid lane, Smexy money pick style. Oh, yeah. The Shamrock money pick down to the bottom of the map, Makazo. Yeah, at some point even he has to move back here, so that was a little bit too much damage for him. Rospedal is finally catching up in experience and getting the level 7. So yeah, good for them. We got Hopelessness now too. Surge of Light on level 7. 20 stacks for Cassia. I mean, she's slowly but steadily getting there. So with Cassia still stacking, if they can do that a bit more in the team fights in the late game, is at least going to be pretty neat for them. Depends, of course, a little bit on what Jojo goes for as her rogue ability, but if she goes for Falling Sword in level 20 in particular, could be quite powerful for Rospedal if he gets to that point. But after they initially lost a few of their heroes, they're doing a little bit better now. They did damage at the top, they took one of the towers down, the gate is nearly destroyed, and they're also utilizing Bambi in particular to get some damage in. As long as they can keep Azerite from turning in, they're going to be fine for now too. They have an opportunity to get the first turn in as well, but it seems like with all the zoning down here, Azerite is going to be the first one to complete the turn in, and indeed this is the case. They were hoping for Bronick to deliver the gems at the top, but that just wasn't happening with everybody around here. Yeah, they still try to make the play for Bambi, but Lulnara gets out. Ruby was hoping to get the engage and the angle so that he could push her back, but that didn't happen, so the gems are still safe. But Azerite enjoyed a lot of freedom at the bot lane in the meantime and used it right away to get another tower destroyed. So yeah, well done too. Now they're pushing this out once again through the middle of the map as they are all collapsing on this. And yes, there's already the lurking, making it real difficult to defend this properly. They have level 10 abilities, and that makes matters, of course, so much worse. So not only do they have an objective that they can push with, they also have heroic abilities. And that makes it so much harder to defend against this. They're just waiting for a chance. Breeze went in. Oh, Leo at the bot lane got soloed. Soloed by Macke. Not shabby. Now the Web Weaver is down, but he can still do some work here before Leo respawns. In the middle, they took the wall down. But I gotta say, I'm a bit surprised that they weren't able to go for an entire fort. I'm shocked, honestly. Heroic abilities, and on top of that, a Web Weaver wave, and they didn't get a fort? Damn. Now, to be fair, they don't have a Sylvanas in their midst or a Greymane or anybody that can really murder structures, but I expected them to get a bit more value out of this one. So, defense wasn't too bad considering the circumstances. Deckard Kane was gonna go for a little bit of storytelling again, with a stay in while and get murdered. And Tomb, as so often. Georgia hasn't made a play yet, so Georgia has actually not decided whether she wants to go for the Blessed Shield or into the Falling Sword here. I mean, you can always go both with her. If you really want that CC, there it is. Then Blessed Shield is, of course, the way to go. But they're now trying to turn in. And the dangerous thing is that Granit Gaming has enough gems to get a double turn in. So they have a potential double. Oh, Blessed Shield went wide. Blessed Shield did nothing. They saved Bronick, so good for them. But can they use him in that battle? And the answer is no. Breeze just instantly takes Bambi down. No chance. Leo is there too. That is exactly the kind of plays that can't really happen if you want to keep up with a team like Granit Gaming. Lunara got a little bit too greedy here and really wanted to just stay with them, help out, and then Breeze was honestly looking at this and he's just like, are you kidding me? Do you really think you can stay there and I'm not gonna fuck you up? So he jumps in and just murdered her. Deer on the dinner table for today. But yeah, we got 5 kills to 0, and they not only take down the bottom fort without web weavers, but they also have nearly level 13. Now, Rospedol's Cassia with 40 stacks, pretty normal honestly. That's roughly where you want to be. A little bit below actually, oftentimes around the 8-minute mark we have 40 stacks if you're doing well in these fights. But yeah, here comes another attempt to make a play. It seems like Cassia might find herself on the receiving end of an ass kicking. Cesarboss barely gets out. Yeah, Valkyrie is only locking in the space goat, but the ult is out and Cesarboss nearly dies as Whoopi says, ooh, kill opportunities. The old man gets also deaded by Tracer. And yeah, that's the second fort gone, and the wall at the keep just disappears. Pulls a Houdini. 1 second is there, another one, it's gone. Nice and Tomb. Junkrat down, but they get the Leo kill, I would assume. No, he gets away, but Johanna dies. Bambi also still alive. Tyrael was attempting to follow up on this. But they still have lost most of their heroes here, and it's the keep in the mid lane that is a big issue, because that's... Guys, this is a 10-minute keep. That is a 10-minute keep. Not bad. 7 kills, 2-1. Oh boy. Yeah, they are crushing right now. Now, they have 44 gems and they're already turning them in. Boss is of course up as well, so that's another point that they could try and contest soon. But to be fair, it is even talents now. Situation is still a little bit dicey, because with this many gems for Granit Gaming, they could get a third Web Weaver wave before Rospedol even gets there first. Rospedol is still sitting at 80 gems. Technically, they have a double turret available now, if they can pull that off, so they could draw even here. They did lose gems, but they still have some. Blessed Shield missed again, by the way. Oh boy, this is starting to hurt a little bit. This is again another Blessed Shield that just missed. Now they use the Valkyrie. They're really trying to catch Make, and he is just not having it. Make is buzzing around, dodging ults one after another, and it is a disaster for the red team to lose this many cooldowns without getting anything out of them. I mean, they're not even trading cooldowns with the opponent, at least not significant ones. Now Whoopi turns in, seems like the rest of them is also attempting to deliver, and they're getting closer and closer to the next Web Weaver wave. Azerite is going to finish the job, and that's the third Web Weaver wave in a row for Granit Gaming. 3 in a row. Whoopi, he's denying a little bit of vision. They have a level 16, so they have once again the timing with a talent advantage and an objective that they can use against the red team. Blessed Shield is back up. There's a chance that they this time connect the stun and then follow up on it. Maybe get a kill on Tracer or somebody else. But they need to make... I mean, they need to defend well here, or they're going to lose another keep. The old man was trying to go for another lecture, but he couldn't. Yeah, for now. Here comes the Valkyrie again. Good connect, but Bronek is low, and he's dead as Tyrael moves in. Breeze is showing no mercy here. He's still got it. Fort at the top lane is going to fall down here. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Guys, this is nearly a 5-man wipe. All of the gems except for 28 are already lost, and they're going to go for the core here. Granit Gaming, they definitely stepped it up quite significantly after they lost earlier today on Battlefield of Eternity. Now they are aiming for the top, and they are just crushing them. All of the gems are lost, and this is another victory for the blue team as they take the core down. 11 kills to 1, and quite the performance here by the boys. GG.